Hey guys, I'm the LockPicking Patrolman, and tonight I am live with you for a challenge lock. If you're on my Twitter, which is Twitter, I am at LockPickingPtln. Please tune in over there. I know it's been a while since I've done any videos on my YouTube channel, but please, if you're on Twitter, give me a follow over there. I'll follow you back. I'm normally able to get to Twitter a whole lot easier than I am to be able to do a video here on YouTube. But anyway, what we're going to do tonight is we're going to pick this challenge lock. This was pinned up by my good friend Bill Bacardi. It's a Schlage Everest cylinder. It's his challenge lock number 244. You can see the bitting on the key here. Works absolutely perfectly, and I literally just texted Bill 3 minutes ago and said, hey, heads up, I'm going to be on YouTube live with one of your locks, and he said he wouldn't be able to tune in tonight, or tune in while it's live. He'd have to watch it later because he's out on frozen lock calls. So let's everybody please send warm wishes to stay warm in Chicago tonight. And I told him to charge extra for those frozen lock calls he's on. Anyway, here in western North Carolina, it's outside is about, I don't know, maybe about 30 or so, I think, last time I looked. And then wind chill drops it down below there. I saw something on Twitter earlier about Chicago, and the real feel is somewhere around negative 50 at times. And I believe that because the only time I visited Chicago, it was in mid-May, and I froze to death. Anyway, okay, getting a few clicks off of here. Got a little bit of rotation on the core. See, just kind of feeling down. Okay, and that was pin 3. Gave me a click right there. Let's see. Let's take our shotgun here and run it in there to set that check pin. And we got a bit of movement on the core. So it should be just a matter of hunt and peck. Hey, Adam West. Yeah, it's pretty chilly outside down here in western North Carolina. I'm not in the higher elevations. I'm not above 3,000 feet. Hey, Saspez, glad you could join in. But it is pretty cold, but not nearly as cold as Chicago right now. All right, I've touched 3 and 4 after setting that check pin. I'm just kind of feeling around. Back here on pin 6, getting some counter rotation. Lift that guy up, and there we go. Awesome. Sweet. This really is a fun little pick. I do like it. I've picked it a couple times off camera, and just never been able to make the actual video on it. Hey, Helpful Lockpicker. Congratulations on your 15,000 subscribers. You know, when I got into this, I never thought I'd get more than 100. But you, sir, have gotten way up there for sure. So congratulations on that. And thank you, Adam West. Yeah, picking challenge locks live is like working with children and animals on live television. You really don't know what to expect. Hey, Murloc. Thank you, sir, for tuning in. We've got this guy picked. You can see right there, if you're just now tuning in, it is well and truly picked. Taking off the tail cap. I've got some ideas for a few more videos that I'd like to do, but I just haven't had the time. One of them's going to be an experiment, actually, involving super glue. I talked with Night Owl, chatted with him one evening about it, about my idea, and I think we're both kind of interested to see how it works. I going to use the key so I don't lose the detent? No. I think I'll be alright this way. I'll grab a hold of it. I know about where it comes out. Hey, Fast Charlie. Thank you for tuning in, sir. I think one of the last challenge locks you gave me, I was gonna pick live one time and it just completely destroyed me in the rehearsals. So there we go. There's our check pin. And if that spring doesn't fall out right now, then we'll be okay. But here are all of our key pins right here. And you can already see some threading in, let's see, is there any threading in one? Maybe a little counter milling in one, threading in 2, 3, 4 for sure, and maybe some counter milling, undercutting in 5 and 6. But here you can see the key. Everybody's in there and working just fine. Awesome. All right, let's dump these guys out. I think this is one of the fastest challenge lock live videos I've ever done. Okay, got some really, really nice key pins here. Some that are spooled and serrated and tapered at the top. Very cool. I didn't really talk a lot about the feedback, but it gave some really good feedback, which to me that makes it a fun challenge lock. I like getting a lot of feedback. Yeah, and there we go. We can see, let's see, nothing done to 1, threading in 2, 3, 4, of course. Yep, that's definitely some undercutting in 5 and again in 6. So very awesome there. And you can see my little check pin spring still hasn't came out, so I'm just going to set him up here with the check pin itself, and we're going to pull out the drivers next. Folks, I hope everybody's staying warm tonight. I know next week, let's see, let me grab that shim out of here first. I know next week here in this area it's supposed to warm up, I think starting about Monday or Tuesday, but that's about typical for this time of year. So you got a standard driver in 1. Let's get these guys rearranged here, along with a copper spring. There we go. Okay, 2, we've got a double serrated along with a copper spring. 3, and another like short serrated, a deep wide serration in 3. Not quite a spool, but a little bit more than just a single serration. And a copper spring. And let's go to the back here and grab, okay, grab this spool that jumped out. It says cold in Sweden too, but that's normal. Yeah, I imagine Sweden's a little bit colder this time of year than good old North Carolina is. This a little too cold for my taste, probably. I don't enjoy cold weather that much unless if I'm inside and warm and the wind isn't blowing. That's the biggest thing tonight, is the wind's just howling. We've got winds probably between 10 and 30, 10 and 20 miles an hour, and then gusting up to 30 and 40 miles an hour. And up in the mountains above 3,000 feet in elevation, which is the northern part of the county that I live in, they're getting even stronger winds. I think they're already on a delay for the schools tomorrow, just because of that. So, alrighty, here we go. I don't see anything done in the core. Bill normally doesn't do anything up there in the Bible. Neither do I, because it can catch the springs and other pins. But here we go. We'll get a final count on everything. Chamber 1, we had a copper spring pushing down on a standard driver, followed by a, I'm going to call that a tapered key pin. LockPicking weatherman. Hey, actually, my mother is an amateur meteorologist, so I guess I get that from her. And then I also worked for a decade in 911 dispatch and telecommunications, so that's sort of how I got this voice. Now, Fast Charlie, who's saying school's closed today and tomorrow, dang, 15 below? God, that's way too cold for me. Now, guys, I don't know if anybody's ever told Fast Charlie, but he's got a really good radio voice. I think his day job is being like a late night radio talk show host, maybe. Anyway, but thank you, Adam West, for the vote of confidence in my voice. I really have no clue what I'm doing. I just sound like I do it. Anyway, chamber 2, we had another copper spring. Copper springs in all of them. Pushing down on this double serrated, nice, deep, wide serrations, followed by a serrated key pin. 3, we had another single serration driver, short driver, because we had a longer key pin. And this key pin has kind of spooling, tapering from the top inward. A nice little sharp serration here, and then a deep cut in there. 4, we had another very short serrated, let's see here. There we go. Very short, spooled inwards, and then a very sharp edge on the bottom there, followed by another tapered key pin. And then 5, we have this sort of reverse mushroom-ish, if I can hold it. There we go. It's tapered from the bottom inwards to the sharp edge. Sharp edges on everything. Nice sharp edges. And then this serrated key pin here, where we've got 3 serrations. Excuse me, guys. And then, really Fast Charlie. Think of that as a side career or retirement plan, my friend. You've got a great voice for radio. Trust me. Either dispatch or broadcast, either one. And then here in Chamber 6, we've got this Mexican jumping spool. No, it's a very deep cut spool here with a very sharp edge on it, and then a standard key pin. So very, very fun challenge lock. And then there's nothing out of the ordinary here with the check pin. It just sort of rides there and gives you something else to worry about. But this really no worry. Using the shotgun, which actually Bill sent me this too a long time ago, over a year ago. And I never really used it until I started picking some of his challenge locks that were based on the Schlage Everest cylinder. And I realized that just kind of makes things go a lot faster. And I don't have to switch picks. So, anyway, folks, here we go. This is Bill Bacardi number 244. Head west. Alright, guys. Anyway, thanks for tuning in tonight for this Bill Bacardi number 244. Please stay warm. Stay inside tonight if you don't have to get outside. With the wind blowing, build an extra fire, crank your heat up, pay the extra on the power bill like I'm having to do. And anyway, cuddle up with your cats, dogs, make sure they're spayed or neutered first. And then we'll see you next time. Stay out of trouble picking. thanks everybody who tuned in and commented. I appreciate it, and hopefully it won't be quite so long until my next video. Thanks, guys.